here. This card is a funny card because we have a card here where a lot of these fights, these fighters, certain fighters have a significant striking advantage where the game plan of the other fighter is going to be to take it to the ground. And if they can't get into some grappling exchanges, they're in for a long, night. A lot of these fights have been like that. This is another one. If Lane can't get this fight to the ground and he can't mix in the wrestling, the striking's not even close, and he's probably going to get knocked out. I will tell you why he's probably going to get knocked out. Okay, so Petrino, his last fight, I believe he was a favorite, a good sized favorite against Jacoby here. But the thing about Jacoby is Jacoby's actually a good striker that knows what he's doing. He knows how to transfer his weight. He knows how to stay safe. He parries, even though that I like that hand, that rear hand should be open. But he parries. He knows how to take shots. He's comfortable. He doesn't just use his feet as defense, like I stress very much. See fighters that don't know how to roll with shots, don't know how to parry. They just want to hit and get out of range. That doesn't work in the long run. With Austen Lane over here, he has made a little run. He lost this fight here, but he beat that Cuban that's now fighting in Karate Combat. That was a big star, a Taekwondo medalist. I don't know if he was a gold medalist, but like a crazy talented guy. But he couldn't cut in MMA. I don't know why UFC didn't keep him. Probably because he can't speak, like he doesn't know how to promote himself. But crazy style, like 6'7". But he was able to mix in the mixed martial arts and take him out, which I'm surprised. He should have got knocked out, but the guy was so green that he was able to do that. Right here with this guy, what does this guy do wrong? Lane does everything that I tell you wrong. He's never had somebody sit with him and teach him how to take shots in the pocket, how to roll with shots, how to take a punch cleanly. No, he's just constantly trying to get in and out of range, not get hit, hope he can get the takedowns, not comfortable parrying, not comfortable rolling with shots. His head placement is always in the center line. Doesn't understand where his head should be when he throws shots, and you're gonna see he's gonna get knocked out. Now, this is actually gonna be our anchor for the night. It's not. I prefer my anchor to be late in the main card. It's not late on the main card, but this is the most confident pick I can pick for UFC in order to hold our parlays alive as we live bet and as we take advantage. Um, Guys, you guys should take advantage. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, because this isn't gonna be. I'm not gonna be giving it all out for free here for a while. I'm not gonna give you guys all the sauce, everything that we do for free. This has allowed me to profit every card. You do need some knowledge to do this, but if you have some knowledge and use what I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to profit. But it takes knowing the sport, it takes knowing striking, it takes, in my opinion, you'd have to train. Like, if not, you'd have to really, really. I mean, there's coaches in boxing that have been successful without fighting or coaching or any of that. But I get this advantage from being in the fight game and understanding these small things that even some fighters don't know. A lot of these guys subconsciously know these things, but with Lane, his weakness is he doesn't know how to take a shot. He doesn't know how to place his head. He doesn't know how to roll with shots. He doesn't know how to take steam off of shots. People say he has a bad shin, probably, but really the problem is this. Look when he strikes. Look at his head. It just stays there in the center line. He throws a hook, his head's there. It doesn't move with the hooks. He doesn't have any head placement. See, look, just his head doesn't roll with the shots, just open, ready to take that shot and get knocked out because he doesn't roll with the shots or take any of the steam with it or have an active guard. He doesn't have any of that. Look, he throws a jab, boom, it hits him. He doesn't roll with it. He doesn't lift his hand and look at his head. Boom, just hoping for the best there. Just hoping for the boom, left hook, right hook, no head movement, doesn't roll with any of it. He's gonna probably get his head clean off in this shot. Now, the only shot that this guy really has is being able to take him down. And how does he not get knocked out? By Jacoby being scared to put all his weight on those punches because he's scared of the takedown. But I don't think Lane can do that. This guy's too strong. He's on steroids, and I do look for that. He's on performance enhancement drugs. I believe Lane is on too. Lane is on PDs too, but those it only goes so far when you don't have the technique. Petrino, I believe he lost this fight, so he's coming off of. I believe, I'm not sure. Oh, I think he lost the fight. Looks like he's winning now, but yeah, guys, the pick here is definitely Petrino. Lane doesn't know how to roll with shots, doesn't know how to take shots. He's probably going to get knocked out. I'd put a little bit on the knockout. It could be a submission. I put it on fight ends in inside the distance by Petrino. But really, what we're doing here is we're using Petrino as an anchor since he is later on the card to live bet these other fights. And how are we going to live bet these other fights? By how I told you guys, there's a lot of matchups in the earlier fights where we're going to be able to make a read because we already know these guys hold a significant advantage on the striking. So if their opponents, like Vitor Walker, for example, Vitor Walker cannot get the fight on the ground, he's in for a long night because he has the same problem that Austen Lane has. His legs are his only defense, and he has no idea how to take shots. And they're facing guys that can strike. So that's how you guys are going to bet this card, and that's how you can profit long term using this strategy that I've explained to you guys. Make sure you subscribe and like. You're not going to want to miss out on this, guys. This isn't going to be free for long. You guys, right now, if you guys are lucky enough to find this channel, subscribe, like the video, and take advantage because pretty soon we're going to have a Discord. We're creating the site, and we're going to have a whole community where we take advantage of this and live bet and profit consistently. Profit consistently. I'm not saying that our anchor for the night can't lose. There's anything can happen in this sport as we've seen, but like right there, look, that's how this guy lost. Anything can happen. He was winning the fight, he lost. But for the most part, we're gonna risk a maximum of 10 units on this anchor. On the long run, that's 90% of our. I mean, that's 10% of our bankroll. We still have 90% of our bankroll. When you do this in the long run, you're gonna win more times than not. You understand what I mean? So that's what we're doing. The anchor for this UFC card is going to be Mr. Just got knocked out. He's going to bounce back and he's going to beat Austen Lane. Lane has won as a huge underdog before against the Cuban fighter that he fought. I do not expect him to win this fight. I think Petrino's going to be able to defend the takedowns. They're both don't have the best gas tank, but I do expect Petrino to knock him out and get the better of this guy in the exchanges. Subscribe for more. Fight IQ picks here. Appreciate it, guys.